What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the other side of the Firewall podcast. We talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers. Those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And Chris Abacon. Welcome to the podcast. So Monday, Tuesday are topics, Wednesday discussion, Thursdays Ask a CISSP, Fridays everything else, movies, splits, games, all that cool stuff. I definitely continue to tune in and listen to us. We're also on 99.1 FM out in the Atlanta metro area, but you can listen to us on TuneIn anywhere you want to. And then Channel 10 in the DC Fairfax area on public access. So definitely continue to check us out. But without further ado, I give you to Shannon.
All right, everybody. So this article actually comes from NACO.org, which stands for National Association of Counties.org. And it's written by Seamus Dowdall and Emma Conover. And the title of this one is U.S. House Subcommittee Considers Reauthorization of the State and Local Cybersecurity Grant Program, right? So the reason they have to reconsider is because this was actually a grant program that was it got 5 years out of it, I want to say it was, right? So it was in 2020, or was it 2021? 21, so was it 4 years? Okay, I may be wrong on that. Maybe 20 years in. 4 years, I'm sorry, my math is wrong. Public math, this is why you don't do it, right? So what it is, the State and Local Cybersecurity Grant Program, SLCGP, and what it does is this is this is money that's getting handed down to like smaller governments, right, to be able to take care of things when it comes to cybersecurity, right? And it's something that's been going on since 2021. Good thing, right? Well, it's coming up on whether or not it needs to be refunded? Not refunded as in money given back, but funded again come the end of the fiscal year, right? So what are we going to do, right? So I know we have differing opinions on this, on what's going to happen here, right? With all of us talking before the show started, but I'm hopeful, right? I'm the eternal optimist in that I hope this is something, because this is important, right? This is what we need to be. This is where money needs to be going, right? There are other things. I admit there's waste in government, but this isn't where it is, right? So we need to look into it and say, hey, we need to fund this to make sure that these smaller local governments that are soft targets are getting this grant money to make this happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's happening is really that this state and local cybersecurity grant program, right? It's at the tail end of its original purpose. So I think it was founded in 2021, and it's supposed to be over 4 years, $1 billion allocated to 50 state and local governments. Actually, I'm at the CISA website, and actually this is money that's supposed to go to SLT, state, local, and tribal governments, right? So the scope is a lot bigger than you might think, right? And looking at some of these funding allocations, right? So for example, Texas got $12 million last year. California, $11 million, almost $12 million. New York, California, around $8.6 million. Georgia, $7.4 million. So you're thinking about that. It's, for a government, that's not a lot of money, right? You'd think, but when you're talking cybersecurity specific spending, that $12 million to Texas could be some type of capability that they have to pay for on an annual basis. It could be new computers for state-run OT, right? There's so many things that you can think about, right? So even like the smallest allocations, right? The Northern Mariana Islands and the U.S. Virgin Islands got $7 for the islands. That's something to consider. And then of the CONUS states, DC got $3 million, Rhode Island got $3 million, Delaware, smaller states, North Dakota, $3.5 million or so. So consider that, right? That might not seem like a lot of money, but to a government that has specific cybersecurity money to spend, it could be something as simple as, hey, we need to modernize our data centers, or we need to fix the HVAC in our data centers, right? Or we need to have cable or something installed through for this city to even communicate to the rest of the government, something to that effect, right? So there's a lot at play here. So my hope is that, the hope is they renew this for another set amount of years with another set budget, right? Again, $1 billion over 4 years last time. So the question is now, is Congress going to renew this? Is this grant program going to be renewed? I don't know. So we'll see what happens. I'm hopeful, but also I'm not hopeful. Ryan, what do you think?
No, I agree. This in my opinion, this is definitely the litmus test, right? So this does not get passed. Then over the past 4 or 5 years, like it's been decades, they've been passing bills for infrastructure, for now cybersecurity, things of that nature. But several $billions have been passed over the past 4 years, specifically for cybersecurity. If they have no plan to renew this, I can see that round of bills would shrink. Right. They're like, oh, we need to be more fiscally minded and we're going to start to pare this stuff down. However, I am optimistic that they will do it, only because they know that local governments they're not gonna foot the bill. This money has been coming in and it's been being used, to my knowledge, the proper way, right? Like I talked to a friend of mine. She works in the library system, and they receive a yearly grant to shore up their cybersecurity. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing, right? And if this programs like this were to go away, then that would go away. Where's that money come from? Like, it's not coming from uh, local tax dollars. It's being bundled up to the federal government and then dispersed downward. So I don't believe that they would, like, I don't know about her libraries specifically, but just in general, like public institutions and things of that nature, I don't know where they get the funding from. And that would mean that cybersecurity would become lax again. It would slide because we need to pay salaries. We need to keep the lights on. We need to buy more books, things of that nature, repair facilities. So cybersecurity is the last thing on their mind when it comes to protection. But if you receive a grant specifically for that, you're going to use that money, obviously, to do that thing because it's going to be beneficial. Like, are they going to reach out to the community and say, hey, we need, you know, billions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars or even tens of thousands of dollars for cybersecurity? And people can be like, no, give me my books. Right, it's not important to them to that level because they already paid their taxes and things of that nature. So I think if programs like this are not renewed, so to speak, then it's forebode. It's not a good sign of what's to come. Hopefully, keep it up. It was bipartisan, right? So hopefully that's still the stance. Hopefully those people are still in office that voted for this last time. I hope to make this happen again. We will see. We're actually going to keep track of this. We keep track of most of our articles, but I think this one specifically is important to us because of the implications. So definitely continue to tune in throughout the week. So again, Monday, Tuesday are topics, Wednesday discussion, Thursdays Ask a CSSP, Fridays everything else, movies, books, games, all that cool stuff. Hit up all the websites that go by our name, the other side of the Firewall, the other side of the FW, or Ask a CSSP. And hit me up personally. I'm at RY Security Guy. That's RY Security Guy. You can find me pretty much everywhere, but LinkedIn's where I'm most active. Where can they find you, Chris?
On LinkedIn under my name, Chris Abacon, last name spelled Abacon.
Absolutely. Stay safe. Stay secure.